Hello everyone out there and welcome to the lawyer. This is a demo for a new game and I've forgotten what it was about. I was just downloading some things on Steam, just trying to see what's coming out, what's new, and I wanted to give this one a try because it looked cool, because I think it's like a kind of detective-like game, but you're a lawyer, so it's kind of like Ace Attorney. So, hey, this sounds great. Let's play. The characters you encounter form opinions about Mark based on your behavior. Okay. Ferry and Sonnenberg, Friday, August 10th, 1992
Hello,
at 10:03.
my name's Mark Ferry. I'm an attorney at law. Are you here to take a closer look at my everyday duties?
He's scared.
Well, you should have seen my last case. Remember this poor woman found dead in her bathtub? That was intense. I'm sorry, that wasn't very sensitive of me. Still, the case was huge and got on the media too. Heard about that? Yes? No?
Mm-mm.
My point is, we're in the middle of a slow season. At least I am. Like there aren't any crimes during summer. What nonsense. But first, I'd like to introduce our extremely reliable, irreplaceable secretary, Miss Podnick.
Uh-oh.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ferry. There was a phone call from the court. They wanted to talk with you.
A phone call from the court? Did they state their business?
Yes, they requested you take a case as a public defender.
A public defender? What did you tell them?
I was confused a bit and told them that you are a private attorney, but they claimed that you're on the list.
Well, I guess I am.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Wait, what?
Well, it was a long time ago. I tried public defense after completing my degree. You know, wanted to do something for the community, for people economically underprivileged.
But you haven't taken any case as a public defender since I started working here, have you?
That's true. I took some of these cases at the beginning of my career, and at some point, I ended up here in my dad's office. So when they were calling me from the court, I turned them down once, then for the second time.
I understand.
I thought I'd sent my resignation. Well, it seems I'm still on it.
I told the court that you'd give the answer as soon as possible. Shall I make a call and tell them about your refusal?
No, tell them I accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I thought I'd have a lot of work after the red bathtub case, but I was wrong. I need to occupy myself with another case.
I understand, but maybe you'd like me to at least check what this case is about?
Please do. I can take any case now.
Of course. I'll let the court know about your decision and ask for more details then.
Excellent. I'll be around.
Okay, anyway, so yeah. So apparently you're like some big shot lawyer now, but you used to have a heart. No. What is wrong with this newspaper? Why is it?
This is the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'm calling back on behalf of Mr. Mark Ferry. Yes, he agreed to represent
Pick up
the
ID
client.
from your office?
Yes, I'll wait.
Is this my office?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I can't.
Do you have our fax number?
I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening.
Of course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay. Oh my god! I got whacked with the door. Okay, we need to pick up an ID from our...
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
No, I'm barking. I'm trying to find my ID. Let me find... Why am I so short? Oh my gosh. I mean, there's nothing wrong with short dudes, but dang. Woo.
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
Oh my god, girl, what?
I talked with the court. Here are the documents. Please check the nature of the case. One of the pages is the letter of acceptance. You need to sign it, and then I'll fax it back. Or you can send it from your office if you prefer.
No
Okay.
need to wait. Thank you, Mrs. Podnick. I'll pick it up on my way out.
Okay. In the inventory, you find currently carried items. Some of them are documents which you can analyze to obtain valuable clues. Open the inventory to view a document. This will open the item in the focus mode, which you can perform various actions depending on the nature of the item. I to open inventory. There's a bug in here. I thought that when it got to be... I keep getting slapped with the door. Okay, I need to find this ID and figure out which one is my office. There's apparently a lot of offices. All the doors open this way, so they whack me in the butt every time. That one got me in the face. Okay, where is your office, dude? What is this Hewlett Packard Windows 95 computer right here? That's my office. Got my name on it. Alright, so here we go. Man, I'm short. Okay, can I get my ID, please? Okay. So, also, inventory. Let's see the letter and of course, my mic arm starts falling down. This is a letter from the court, which you're informed of the details of the case. The case contains very useful information. You take a look at it. Okay.
Okay. What do we have here?
Okay. Oh, dude, first determine who's defendant in the case. Click on the name of the person. People versus Owen Williams. Owen Williams.
Mr. Owen Williams, 25 years old, African American, married. He's still in the detention center because he didn't bail himself out.
Okay, can I read, please?
And what are you charged
Oh
with, Mr.
my
Williams?
god. Okay. I'm gonna calm down. It's just a tutorial, but it's annoying. Can I just read? Thank you. I'm on my own now. Get out of my face. Okay, occupation. Self-employed taxi driver and courier. So he's like a Uber driver and a Amazon delivery person. Okay, he lives there. His phone number is there. Mr. Owens is accused of violation of U.S. Code, 21 U.S. Code 812. Prohibited actions described in 841, 842, and 843, as well as a violation of. They were just throwing the book at him for no reason. Wait, what? We informed the public defender, Mr. Percy Morrigan, has recently passed away. Thus, there is an urgent need for nomination of a new attorney. Because of this, the trial has been postponed until the new defender is appointed. The prosecutor's office, represented by Mr. Ryland Jackson, will continue to work on the case unchanged. Okay, so
Wow. Drug distribution? Participation in an organized criminal group?
What
have I gotten myself into?
They were just
Previous
at.
public attorney has passed away, so the court urgently needed another lawyer.
Oh my
They found
god.
me.
I'm so tired of my phone. They were just adding on charges for no reason.
Raylan Jackson. Ruthless and ambitious. Won't be easy with this guy. I should call the DA's office to schedule the meeting.
Okay. So we're done with the thing. Water closet? No? Alright. Don't gotta use the bathroom. Why does the door make a close sound before the door actually closes? I don't know. Alright, let's can I talk to you? Or what do I do? Use a telephone. It's really hard to see that yellow text on some of this background. Okay, so use the red telephone, yeah? District Attorney's Office? Oh my gosh, that is very annoying sound. Ow.
District Attorney's Office.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm calling from the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'd like to make an appointment with Mr. Raylan Jackson.
The purpose of your visit, sir?
I want to speak with Mr. Jackson about the case DS35789 and to receive an access to gathered evidence and other case-related information. I'm representing the defendant.
One moment, please.
He gonna be mad.
Mr. Ferry?
I'm here.
Thank you for your patience. The prosecutor will meet you today. He's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please come anytime. Oh,
What's going on with this? It's two P's.
Thank you very much. I'll be there. Goodbye.
Okay. Do I call the detention center too? Let's do it. Ow! Dang it. They need to fix that. That is not how a phone rings.
District Detention Center.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm the public defender for Mr. Owen Williams. He's kept in custody awaiting the trial. I'd like to visit him.
Mr. Williams? Yes, we have him in the register. And are you his attorney?
Yes, public defender.
I have a different name here. Mr. Percy Morgan. But that's not you, right?
Duh.
Yes, that was the previous attorney, but he passed away. Maybe the court hasn't passed you the information yet.
When did you get the nomination?
Maybe a half hour ago?
Hold on. Maybe we got a fax from the court, but we haven't updated our registers yet.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
There is a fax from the court. It seems your information is correct. We'll make the necessary changes in the documentation.
So, when can I meet my client?
Today, we're accepting guests between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Oh, God.
I'll be there. Thanks. Goodbye.
Okay, so... Oh. I forgot. It was between 9 and 5 with the other guy. 10 and 4 with this place. Okay. So, do I talk to her again?
Ms. Potnick, I'm leaving. I need my letter of acceptance back.
Give it to me.
Of course. Good luck with your case, Mr. Ferry.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
All right. So we're moving on. Leaving. Where are we going? I don't know. This is our office. This is the detention center. District Attorney Raylan Johnson. Let's go see him. I like this map system. Pretty cool.
Hectic as usual, no matter if it's summer holiday or any other season.
I can't let you through before I see the pass.
What?
Thank you.
Jeez. Calm down, dude. I just walked up to you. Why is he? Oh no. Hey girl, how you doing? What's your name? Alright. Okay, who's Reland? Who are you? Can I run? Nope, can't run. Oh my god, where is this guy's office? I'm imagining it's gonna have a name on it, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. If he's the DA, maybe he has his own office? Is this his office? No? Alright. Okay, let's try all these doors. I just walked.
Good day, Mr. Jackson.
Oh,
Ah,
I walked into
Mr.
the right
Ferry.
office.
welcome. I was a bit surprised that you still take cases as a public defense attorney.
I needed a change.
Really? So now you decided to help a drug dealer and a gangster,
Oh my
I
god.
guess you
Are
know
you
how the problem
cross-examining me?
aren't you? And for what? The difference between a public defender's and a private attorney's salaries is beyond comparison. So my question is, why bother?
Come on, are you cross-examining me? Besides, he's innocent before pled guilty, right?
Good one. Point taken. Never mind. Let's proceed. Have you talked to your client yet?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go visit him after our meeting and checking the evidence.
I'm flattered. You did well visiting me in the first place. There's one thing I'd like to discuss with you, but before that, let's go to the evidence room.
Okay, wait a minute.
I have some...
I have something to talk over with you, too.
Okay,
All right.
well,
The evidence room's around here. It's the one with the windowed wall.
okay. Here we go. Wait, I thought he was gonna take me. Okay. I guess I get free reign by myself.
This is it. Drugs, pictures taken at the spot.
What is
statements
happening?
And the police report. The last one won't be introduced in the court.
What is happening with this shot?
Because of hearsay? So the man who arrested my client will testify in the court?
Evidence.
That's correct.
There isn't really a lot of it.
Indeed. Your client was caught during a police operation to take down one of the gangs operating in the area. Do you want me to briefly explain the situation?
Sure.
Yes, please. I want to know both perspectives.
Right. Mr. Williams is in his mid-20s. He has a wife and a small kid. He works as an independent taxi driver and a courier.
Independent. Is he self-employed?
Yes, a friendly guy from the neighborhood who can drive you anywhere you want or deliver things directly and faster than UPD, Delex, or other postal services.
UPS. Oopsie.
Owen was hired by Robin Smith, also known as RS, one of the leaders of the Southside Snakes, a drug-dealing gang working in the area.
Oh my God.
The defendant was asked to deliver a certain package, and he agreed to it. They met in the tenement house where
But
Robin
he
resided.
didn't know what it
The whole block had
was.
already been under surveillance back then. and
Oh
the
my
police waited for
God.
any good occasion to enter. When your client left the area with the package, the assault group entered the building and secured a significant quantity of drugs. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams was followed by Detective Roberts. He wanted to find out who was going to be the recipient of the package. Unfortunately, Mr. Williams was stopped on his way by a police patrol, presumably for running a red light. Fearing that the intervention would scare Williams away, Roberts decided to cancel the action and arrest the defendant on the spot. Of course, a package filled with narcotics was found in the passenger seat.
Oh wow.
Did
He
he
didn't even
resist?
know what it was.
As far as I know, he didn't. And of course he played dumb. That he didn't know what was in the package, nor he knew he was doing errands for a gang.
His job describes exactly what he's saying.
Maybe he really didn't know.
Oh, please. He's either really stupid or a good actor. Do you think the jury will buy
Oh
this story?
my
I
God.
really doubt that.
This
We'll
is
see.
ridiculous.
Can I work with the
And you're
evidence now?
black too, man. What's going on?
Feel free. I'll be in my office. Stop by when you finish. You might have some more questions.
All right. We're gonna have to put these people in their place.
So that was the statement presented by my client in the presence of the previous attorney.
Okay, let's analyze it. Ooh. I, Owen Williams, hereby state that I am innocent of the given charges, that is, possession and distribution of illegal substances and being part of a criminal organization. My association with Mr. Robin Smith was purely incidental. I was hired to pick up a package in his house in Southside and deliver it to Mr. Jack Taylor in Northside. Mr. Smith called the day beforehand on the 7th of June and asked to come the next morning. That was the first time I spoke with him. I'm a professional driver and courier known in the neighborhood. I also have my ad in a phone book. Do not know possible mutual friends. None of them were mentioned by him, so I suspect he knew my phone number from the book. I arrived at Smith's around 11:30. That was my first time there. When I got to the door, an unknown man opened the door and told me to come inside. It turned out it wasn't Smith. There were 3 people in the living room, including a man who opened the door. One of them stepped forward, greeted me, and introduced himself as Robin Smith. He told me about the package, but not about its contents. The package was a duffel bag. When I grabbed it, it didn't feel it was heavy. Mr. Smith told me to take the bag back to Jack Taylor as fast as possible, as we agreed on the phone. He paid me up front for the express delivery service. I asked only if the package is fragile. I thought based on the weight there might be something made of glass, could be easily broken. Smith denied. I had no idea what the other people were or who the other people were. They kind of looked intimidating and remained silent during the talk, but I didn't see any guns on them or in the room. Mr. Smith was also polite to me, so I didn't expect any trouble. After I got out of the place, I wanted to go directly to Mr. Taylor. I was in a bit of a hurry because I wanted to earn more money for today and do other errands. I put the bag in the front passenger seat and drove away. When I crossed the bridge and got to the crossroad intersection, I ran the red lights. I thought I could make it when they were still yellow. I didn't have to wait long for the consequences. Unluckily, there was a police patrol who witnessed my action and pulled me over. I was angry because I knew I would lose all the money I was going to earn to pay for the ticket. I was cooperative with the police officers. I had my ID and other documents, but they didn't ask me to leave the car. Suddenly, another car appeared and an unknown man in a white shirt got out. He showed me his badge and introduced himself as Detective Roberts. He immediately asked me to open the duffel bag. His voice was aggressive, and it seemed the other patrol officers didn't know what was going on. I did as he said. I was shocked because I found a bag of cocaine inside of it. Cocaina. I became anxious and felt that it was a setup. I was arrested on the spot. I could scream something in emotions like I didn't know. Something like that. I was taken by the patrol and Detective Roberts stayed there with the bag in my car. I repeat, I'm innocent. I had no idea about the contents of the bag. I wasn't distributing them. I was just delivering a package from one client to another. I couldn't also be part of a criminal organization. I didn't know Mr. Smith or any of his other associates. I was treated by the police as a potential suspect, not a witness. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I have to say. Yep. Basically. But what's pickup mean? Okay. Alright, so we read that, so let's...
Well, that's the police report written by the officer who detained Williams. Let's take a look.
Okay, oh my god, we got more reading. On July 1992, between 11:40, around 11:40, the unknown suspect, who turned out later to be Owen Williams, was seen during a police operation to crack down on a gang called Southside Snakes. Mr. Williams entered the house of the main suspect, who was under surveillance, and remained there for 5 to 10 minutes. After he left the house carrying an object, a duffel bag. The commander of the operation, Commissioner Francis Wright, ordered me to follow the suspect because we believe he was transporting illegal drugs. There was a chance that the suspect would meet another key character of the operation, Jack Taylor. Mr. Williams was driving his car towards the north side, and he suddenly ran a light at the crossroads. The incident was spotted by police patrol, which decided to stop the car. I stepped in during the control because the risk that Mr. Williams would panic and try to escape from the scene. Mr. Williams seemed to be surprised and anxious. I spotted the duffel bag on the front passenger seat and asked the driver to open it. He did as I said. When it turned out the bag was filled with a significant amount of white powder in a smaller plastic bag, he became aggressive. He was arrested on the spot and taken in the... He was aggressive. I want to see the body cam footage. He was arrested on the spot and taken into custody by the police officers from the patrol. The bag was secured by technicians called to the scene. Car was towed by TCPD. Further investigation. Police patrol's note on 8th July 1992 in the morning. We're doing a routine patrol in the south side part of the north side. What? Southern part of the north side? Okay. Around 11:35, we spotted a yellow sedan that ran the light. We decided to stop the car, give a fine. The driver was a young adult, around 25, black. We started the whole procedure and the driver didn't resist. Suddenly, another car appeared next to us. The unknown man turned out to be Detective Andrew Roberts. The stop driver looked quite anxious when he spotted the detective. Well, I mean, some strange man comes driving up while you're stopped by police. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would look pretty anxious, right? Duffel bag. What is in the duffel bag? Or open the duffel bag. The man did it, and we spotted unidentified narcotics. We unholstered our service pistols and ordered a man to get out of the car with his hands in the air. Man used aggressive language toward us, but didn't use physical force. Detective Roberts ordered us to handcuff him. Why is this relevant? Like, what? Why are you putting this in? Oh, he is aggressive language towards me. My feelings were hurt. Even if he did, which he didn't, I'm pretty sure he didn't say. He probably said, "Oh crap," or something like that. something, but it wasn't towards you. Jeez. Okay.
The officer admitted that Owen Williams didn't resist during the search of the car. It started to get nervous when drugs were discovered.
See? They're messing up their timeline. This guy's messing up his timeline. He's saying he was suspicious or anxious when the officer showed up. He was probably anxious when they opened it. He saw the drugs, and he's messing up his timeline. That's what's happening there. All right. Well, let's look at the bag.
That's one piece of evidence. Seems the packaged cocaine was transported in this bag. Can I learn something more about it?
Okay. Here we go. Cocaine right there. What? What am I doing? Am I unzipping this? Why am I looking at this bag? Tell me. Tell me right now. Why am I looking at this bag? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. The cocaine.
This is the key evidence. This package with a significant amount of cocaine could send my client behind bars for quite a long time.
Pick it up.
Somebody's opened the package. Was it Mr. Williams? That would be bad news. Maybe it was the police. Or maybe it was damage from the beginning. I should find the answers in the police report.
Okay, what? Analyze it. What? All right, so that's testimony. All right, so there's nothing there. Okay. I guess I'm done in here. Mr. Rylan.
Did you learn everything you needed from the evidence?
I sure did.
So, but I still have some questions before I go to my client and listen to his version of events.
Of course you do. Before you ask your questions and go, there's one more thing we need to discuss.
His lips ain't moving.
And?
Look, we are rivals at the court, but the courtroom is not a place for a cockfight. I'm there to fight for justice.
Dude, what? What is all this?
You're offering a plea bargain.
That's correct.
I'm a little surprised that early.
Because they know they ain't got no case. They start offering the freaking bargains, offering deals when they ain't got no dang case. They was just trying to get that man on some bogus stuff.
It's not early at all. You're not his first attorney. The death of Mr. Morrigan slowed the whole procedure. I'm just accelerating things.
All right then, you have my attention.
Owen Williams made a foolish mistake. There's no doubt about it.
I disagree, but please continue. He was doing his job. Please continue.
I disagree, but please continue.
And because of that foolishness, I don't think he's part of the gang. He's a small fry. A trial is a waste of time, and I'd rather avoid spending our resources in this case.
He ain't do nothing.
One of the leaders and a few real-time gangsters. I want to focus on them.
He know that man was not intending to distribute drugs. He didn't know what it was. He's a courier. He's a delivery driver, and he's like an Uber dude.
So, drop the charges then. Why bother?
It's not that simple. Drug possession is a serious
He didn't know he had it.
Against narcotics as a society. Remember?
I'm pretty sure that man would not have done that if he'd known it was drugs.
But he didn't even know what he was transporting.
You can't prove it. Do you think the
You
jury
can't
is gonna
prove that he
believe it?
did.
It depends. Maybe this gangster could testify that Williams didn't know about the contents of the bag.
Please, be sensible. You have no idea what this guy's capable of. Maybe he'd help you, or maybe he'd choose to incriminate him too. There's no need. We can end this without going to the court.
So what are you proposing?
We'll drop the charges of being part of a criminal organization and drug distribution. As for drug possession, he'll get 1 year in prison.
And then he'll
including time he's
he'll
already
lose a
served
year
in
with
the
his
detention
child.
center, or pay a $3,000 fine. That's all I can guarantee without chopping my head off.
Oh,
Thank you. Your offer looks really generous. I'll pass it to my client.
no.
Of course.
We taking this
You
to
said
court.
you have some additional questions, right?
No, we taking this to court, fam.
Williams had another lawyer. What happened to him?
He passed away.
What happened?
Cancer. Why?
Was wondering if his death was somehow connected to the case.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you were a fan of conspiracy theories. Mr. Morgan, God bless his soul, was a venerable man who struggled with his health problems for a long time. He thought he can take one more case.
I think you did it.
Thanks for illuminating me. Can you tell me more about this gang which the police took down?
The South Side Snakes. Mostly street thugs pushing drugs and extorting small local businesses. Leeches.
If they're small fish, then how did they get so much cocaine?
Obviously, we have a much bigger player who's a supplier and has access to drug production means. Taking this gang down was the first step in our ongoing investigation. We hope the leaders will spill the beans.
Anything else?
Your client had contact with one of the leaders, Robin Smith, and his henchmen. They're the guys who gave your bird cocaine to deliver to another key person, Jack Taylor. But Owen Williams never got to his place because he'd been arrested by Officer Andrew Roberts.
Those guys seem to be my key witnesses.
Maybe, but all of them were killed during the police action.
What?
What? All of them are dead?
How? How?
We wanted to capture them alive, but they refused to lay down their weapons. Only Jack Taylor survived, and right now, he's our key witness in the case, who can lead us to their employers.
So, maybe this guy knows about Williams.
Do you even listen to me? He's our key witness in a much bigger case, Ferry. Don't drag him to the court. You'll endanger both him and the investigation.
I could do you a favor and leave him out of the court, but I need his testimony. Even if it's written, let me talk to him. Of course, you'll be there the whole time, like in a normal examination.
I can do you a favor and leave him out of court.
If you
but I need his
if you
testimony,
can't do that, he
even if
coming to
it's written.
court.
Let me talk with him. Of course, you'll be there the whole time like a normal examination.
Is it that all?
Can you tell me more about the circumstances of the arrest?
Everything is in the report. Have you read it?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to punch this guy so bad.
That's not really helpful.
Because I don't really have anything more to add. The guy had a tail since he'd left Smith's house with the package. Then the police stopped Williams for some petty reason, and Detective Roberts intervened. Jackson didn't resist, but he became anxious when they discovered the cocaine. No surprise. I would be too.
Yeah, but that no. That other account, it doesn't match up.
Anxious? Maybe surprised?
It doesn't matter really.
It could matter if he really didn't know about the drugs.
He could fake his reaction. Let's leave that subject. It doesn't lead us anywhere. Do you have any more questions or topics to discuss?
No, I don't. Bye. Ooh, I want to slam this door. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. Oh, we gotta go back to our office? Why? Why do I have to go back to my... Hey, girl. Dang, she's checking me out. Look. Look, listen. I'll call you later, okay? How can you work here? How, son? All right. So We gotta go back to our office. That's what the thing says. Call it a day when you're done with the investigation. You want to advance? Call it a day in the case menu. Okay, well, I have to talk to the dude. Why would you have me go back to the office? I gotta talk to... No. Listen. I'm gonna go talk to my guy. I ain't listening to this, because they're about to make me actually end the day without talking to him. Let me talk to my guy. Let me talk to my guy.
Good day.
Good day, sir. Can I help you?
Oh my god.
Yes, I'd like to visit my client.
What is wrong with this guy? His eyes are scary.
First and last name of the defendant?
Owen Williams.
May I see your ID? Mr. Ferry, please wait. Ah, yes. We got the notification from the court about the changes in Mr. Williams' legal representation. We've already made necessary changes.
Why is he so close to the mic, though?
You'll be able to meet your client shortly.
Perfect.
Please wait, sir, until we summon you.
Summon.
Right.
I don't like that word. I don't like the word summon. See, now if I'd have did what they said...
Mr. Ferry.
Oh.
That's me.
Please follow me.
Okay, Uncle Fester.
That man over there must be Owen Williams.
Take your time, sir.
This dude look like Usher.
Good day, Mr. Williams. I'm Mark Ferry from Ferry and Sonnenberg. How do you do?
Hi. Well, I'm alright, I guess. Who are you?
I'm your new lawyer, Mr. Williams. Didn't you get the notice?
No, I didn't. Where's Mr. Morgan? I haven't heard from him for quite a while.
All I know is he passed away. I don't know the details, but I can ask somebody if you want.
There's no need. So are we starting over then? I've already been here for 2 months.
You don't have to worry about the procedures. There'll be no further delays. You have my word on that. I have access to all the evidence, and I'm in contact with the prosecution.
All right. I guess I'm going to trust you, Mr. Ferry.
Thank you.
So, what do you need from me?
I've read your testimony at the DA's office, but I'd like you to tell me about the events from that day. Don't skip any details, even if you decided to leave them out with your previous attorney. I need to know everything.
We didn't skip anything.
Mr. Williams, I want you to tell me about the events from that day.
Haven't you read my testimony? It's all there.
I haven't been to the DA's office yet.
Yes,
I
you
wanted to meet
have.
you
Stop
first.
lying.
Would you mind telling me your story like you did to Mr. Morgan? Besides, you could omit some unnecessary details in the testimony.
Hey, are you suggesting something?
Mr. Williams, I need you to trust me. If there's anything else I should know, except the provided information, I must know it.
It's like I said to the police. In the morning of that day, before I went out, I had gotten a call from a guy who wanted me to deliver a package from one guy to him.
He's
said it
just
was
reading
quite
off of a script
urgent to go
sheet.
there immediately. He even added the Delex, that courier company, didn't want to meet his request and send somebody there as soon as possible.
Wasn't this a bit odd for you? Delex does that kind of service. I make similar requests from time to time.
Honestly, I didn't care about that. I have a family. I need to bring home the bacon. Collecting people and some deliveries is my job.
Oh my gosh, this reading.
Was this the first time that he contacted you?
It's worse than me.
Did you work for him earlier?
That was the first time. The guy's from the north side. At least the address where I was supposed to take the parcel was in that part of the city. Rarely anybody out of my neighborhood calls me to use my services.
All right, let's get back to the day of the arrest.
Okay, so I drove to the given address and I met this Robin fella. He was from the south side like me. He waited for me in an apartment block, not in the best area even for the south side.
He kind of sounds like...
But poor people don't mean gangsters immediately. You know what I mean?
He kind of sounds like that YouTube storyteller dude, the horror storyteller dude. I like his stories and the way he reads the stories, but it's like, it doesn't work in conversation.
Yes, I do.
So, I met him. There were 2 other men there too, but they didn't talk to me at all. I felt quite weird, like I didn't belong there. There was something intimidating in them.
And you still accepted the contract?
As I said, man's gotta eat. I didn't want to turn down the guy's offer and damage my reputation. Besides, those men were quite quick. That Robin guy gave me a duffel bag and asked to deliver it to Mr. Tiller as soon as possible. That's it. I left the apartment and drove to the north side.
What happened next?
Soon after I entered the north side, I was stopped by the police. I thought those pigs did because of my black skin, because obviously people of color don't belong to the rich whites from north side suburbs. But I also considered that I could run a red light.
And then they arrested
Wait,
you?
what? You also consider that you could run away, or you did run away? Come on, man, come on.
Not immediately. I pulled over and then a police officer, a regular one, asked me for my driver's license and the vehicle registration. I thought, damn, gonna get a ticket and that's all for my extra money. But then another car came up, a civilian one. The driver, who wore a trench coat, came out and hurriedly approached me and the cop. He showed his badge and introduced himself as Detective Roberts from the TCPD and asked me to open the duffel bag.
Where was it?
Next to me, on the passenger seat. I didn't know what was going on, so I opened it and there was a package wrapped in plastic foil. That detective cut the foil with his knife, and there was a quite lot of white powder inside. I quickly realized there were drugs, and I freaked out.
Did you fight or struggle?
I was extremely upset and scared. Somebody could say I was aggressive, but they were just emotions. I didn't attack or hurt anybody. That's it. That's all my story.
Gosh.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
So, what do you need from me?
Okay. So we're gonna say the bag with cocaine.
Let's talk about the parcel, which is the reason you're here.
What do you want to know?
Did you know the bag contained drugs?
God, no, I didn't.
Was the bag your possession itself?
No, it belonged to this Robin guy. He already gave it to me with the contents inside.
And you didn't want to take a peek inside?
Why would I? I delivered many packages to my clients. It isn't really professional to spy on them. All I need to know about the transport
It's
is
like,
presented by my client.
I kind of want to
Also,
learn
it's
everything,
fragile and needs
but
extra caution and so on. Does it need a bigger trunk and so on?
okay, what? And so on and so on. All right.
Based on your meeting with Robin and his associates, weren't you suspicious about the package?
Normally, I would be, but I drove many people in their goods, which could be suspicious at the first glimpse, but eventually, they were innocent.
All right, so to sum up, you had no idea about the contents of the bag. Nobody told you, nor did you open it and look inside.
Well, I actually opened it.
Wait, what?
How come?
The detective forced me to open it when they stopped me.
Oh,
He pointed a gun at me and yelled something like, "Open the bag, but slowly."
Noted.
So, what do you need from me?
okay. So we're gonna tell him about this. He's gonna get upset about it because I don't think he should take that.
Mr. Williams, I'd like you to tell me more about yourself.
All right, what would you like to know?
What's your occupation?
I'm a freelance taxi driver mostly. Sometimes I do some errands. I deliver parcels as a courier.
An independent taxi driver career? Is it difficult to compete with the organized taxi corporations?
It isn't, because in fact, I often work for them as a contractor. I have my own car, so I don't have to rely on the company's vehicles. I also have my own regular clients.
I see. And who are they? Were they those people whom you worked for the last time?
God, no. I didn't have a clue they were gangsters. I have my ad in the phone book, so I pick up some calls with different requests. Sometimes people in the neighborhood hire me beforehand for an exact date because they have some things to settle and need a driver. But of course, for most of the time, I'm in the street and pick up strangers.
Have you got a list of your regular clients?
Sure, my wife can provide you with that. Mostly, they are normal people from the neighborhood.
Your wife, you say. Can you tell me about your family life a bit?
Yeah, I'm married to Susan. We have a small kid, Greg. I love that little rascal so much. We live in the South Side. So, the neighborhood isn't the most representative, but there are many good and honest people living there. My parents are still alive. They run a grocery store, and my wife's a nurse at the hospital.
Oh.
What about your parents-in-law?
What about them?
Are you on good terms with them?
Well, I guess so, but Mr. Richard is quite strict because he served in the army. Miss Rose, on the other hand, is very kind. We don't argue much.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
So, what do you need from me?
All right, so let's just
I got
go.
back from the DA's office. The prosecutor has offered a plea bargain.
All right, I'm listening.
But earlier he said he hasn't gone there yet. Now he's like, I just got back.
The prosecution promised to drop the charges of being a part of a criminal organization and even drug distribution. But they can't turn a blind eye on possession, though. You would serve a sentence for 1 year, including time already served. That would be around 9 months, if I'm correct. Or you can pay a $3,000 fine.
Wow, I must admit, I didn't expect that. First, I've heard something about dozens of years, or even 25. That's a huge leap. Thank you, Mr. Ferry. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money, but I think my doors could wait another 9 months more.
Don't plead guilty to that, though.
I'm going to serve a sentence anyway, regardless of the fact I'm totally innocent.
No, don't.
We can do better than that. The prosecution wants to close the case as soon as possible, and they don't want to spend more resources. I'm not saying it will be easy, but if the jury finds you not guilty, you'll not only come back home immediately, but also receive compensation for the time served here, which is worth all of the bail money.
I don't know, sir. I don't want to be greedy, and the risk is quite high.
This is your decision, Mr. Williams. I'm just giving you the options.
All right, Mr. Ferry. I trust you. Please pass the information to the prosecution that I request.
Good.
I'll sign the proper papers too.
Thank you. I will.
So, what do you need from me?
You told me already, but I must ask again. Have you
Here we
ever
go.
met any of those guys from the gang? Taylor, Robin Smith, maybe one of his associates?
No, I haven't. That was the first time I met them. I was never interested in criminal life. I wanted to live normally and have a fair, honest
So,
job.
is he lying? Should we be strict or be gentle? I don't know. Maybe.
Mr. Williams, if there's anything you hide, anything, you should say it now. If the prosecution proves you had contact with the gang before, even if you just asked for a stick of gum, you could get a very long sentence.
I'm telling the truth.
Of course. I
Okay,
am.
fine. Okay.
Start acting like so. What do you need from me?
Dang, man. I was just. I don't know, man. Okay. I think that's it. I think I asked him all the questions.
That'll be all for now. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Ferry, for helping me.
I may have not asked him the lawyer question, but I don't think it was relevant. And I am pretty low on time right now. So let's go back to our office and call it a day. I don't know where. Oh, oh my God, I'm stuck behind the door. No. Okay. Don't want to get stuck again. Press the. How do I call it a day again? Do I go to my inventory? Do I? Okay, how do I ace? Call it a day. If you finish with the investigation, you call it a day and proceed to trial. Wait. Don't I have to go give the letter to what's his nuts? Hold on. How do I look at what I have? Letter of acceptance? No. Okay. Court DA pass. Okay. Yeah. Well, go ahead and call it a day. All right. Further investigations unavailable in the demo. You're about to advance to the trial. All right. Let's see if we win this. We know what happened. We know what happened.
All rise.
Oh my God.
Department 2 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Theodore Robinson presiding. Please be seated.
He looks scared. Like, he looked like the devil.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Sound like a devil
Court
too.
is now in session. Calling the case of the people of the state versus Mr. Owen Williams. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the bailiff please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand?
Oh!
Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the evidence before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God? Please say I do.
I do.
Yikes.
You may be seated.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're here to decide the fate of the defendant who has been charged with the crime of possessing over 2 pounds of cocaine for dealing and distribution purposes, as well as taking part in organized crime. The defendant has been caught red-handed by the police during a secret operation to crack down the gang. He met the gang members and picked up the bag with drugs and tried to deliver it to another criminal, Mr. Jack Taylor, one of the leaders of the gang. The defendant then
Where's your
was
alleged?
stopped by the police patrol for running the lights.
Allegedly.
But he was also followed by Detective Andrew Roberts for the whole time. He's the one who decided to enter the scene and arrest
Allegedly.
the suspect. The police indeed found a bag containing the drugs, which was the direct purpose of arresting on the spot. The evidence and testimonies I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Thank you, counsel. Let's hear the defense's opening statement.
All right, what we got?
Thank
What we
you,
got?
Your
What we
Honor.
got?
Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You've already heard serious accusations against my client, Mr. Owen Williams.
Huh.
You can understand that Mr. Williams is a crook working for a criminal organization. The fact is, he's a humble taxi driver and a courier. That day, he was just doing his regular job and got a call from one of his many clients to deliver a package. Unfortunately, it turned out that his employer was a member of a gang. And what's more, the police planned that day to end the criminal activity of that group. Mr. Williams was extremely unlucky. He didn't know who he was working for, nor did he know the contents of the package. During this trial, you'll hear no real evidence against my client to prove charges of that caliber. My client is not guilty, and I'll prove it.
Okay.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Detective Andrew Roberts from TCPD.
Of course he's gonna back everything up. He don't want to get in trouble. Freaking
Andrew Roberts. Please raise your hand and repeat after
the dude
me.
look like
I, Andrew Roberts,
I, Andrew Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give to the court in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
he kind of looked
I've
like
been
the
here many
biscuits
times.
that
I
come out of the
remember the oath
can
Detective
when they
Andrew
didn't
Roberts,
pop
I
all the
remind
way.
you that you are at the court and there are procedures here. Please treat the officials with respect and speak when you are asked to. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I guess Mr. Detective is a hothead.
Mhm.
Or maybe he's flexible when it comes to formalities. Wonder if I can use that.
Mr. Roberts, please state your profession.
I'm a detective in TCPD, Gangs and Narcotics Division.
How are you related to the case?
I was the one who arrested Mr. Williams.
Why did you arrest the defendant?
He was transporting a bag of cocaine,
How much?
Allegedly.
around 2 pounds,
What's the street value of that amount?
over $185,000.
Could the defendant operate that much drugs on his own or on behalf of a criminal organization?
All right, time to step in and spoil the party.
Objection. Okay, an objection command is a basic and vital tool for every attorney's arsenal. When the other person's evidence, testimony, or questions shouldn't be acknowledged by the court and they might clearly harm your case, you can raise an objection. If raised, the judge then decides whether it should be sustained, thus the evidence discarded, or overruled, the evidence to be accepted. Try to oppose the prosecution's question. Objection.
Objection, Your Honor. The question not only calls for speculation, but is also leading.
Sustained.
Shall
Please stick
list.
with the rules of evidence, counsel.
Rules of evidence. Objection. Properly used objection lowers harm to your case and juries trust the prosecution. Be aware if your objection is overruled, you will lose the jury's favor too. There's no limit to objections which the attorney can make during the trial. However, abusing this command too often in improper situations might disrupt the court's proceedings, anger the judge, and surely affect your rapport with the court, including the jury. It can even lead to the situation in which your next properly used objection won't be taken seriously by the judge, even if it had solid ground. Note that there will be an active pause after each question. If you decide to move on, you won't be able to raise an objection to that question later. Remember, leading and suggestion questions aren't allowed in direct examination, as well as unrelated to the case.
How did you know he was transporting the drugs?
Okay.
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Please explain.
Go ahead.
Mr. Williams happened to appear in the area under surveillance. You see, we were in the middle of an operation to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. We were observing two houses belonging to the two key figures, Robin Smith and Jack Taylor. The two houses are located in two different parts of the city, so there were two surveilling teams observing suspects at the same time.
And the defendant?
Go ahead.
He approached Robin Smith's house, located in Southside. It was morning. Mr. Williams came there by car. He entered the building and left it after a few minutes. He was holding a bag. He got into a car and drove away.
Who did he talk inside the house to?
I don't know, but we knew there were at least 3 people there, all related to the gang, including Robin Smith himself.
What happened next?
Okay, that's a pretty standard question.
I was asked by Commanding Officer, Commissioner Francis Wright, to follow the man because he was probably going to another suspect, Mr. Taylor. In the meantime, the first squad in Southside decided to enter to neutralize suspects.
Okay.
You arrested the defendant before he reached the destination. Why?
Objection, Your Honor. This goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Overruled.
Ah,
He ran the traffic lights, and the local patrol stopped him. I was worried that they would.
It's just asking these questions like nobody wants to know. Nobody needs
How
it.
big was it?
2 police officers.
I can't object.
Did you arrest the defendant on the spot?
I can't object that.
No, I asked him to open the bag first, the one he took from Smith's.
What was the defendant's behavior?
Oh, he was agitated, like he knew what was coming up.
That's a fucking lie.
Oh,
I got this.
okay. Objection testimony. During direct examination, you object not only the prosecution's question. Yeah, that's what I wanted. This time, react to Robert's words. Use the objection command in the proper part of the witness speech. Objection.
Your Honor. The witness is speculating.
Sustained. The court will remove the part which suggests the reason why the defendant was acting as described. Please continue, counsel.
Yep. From now on, you can raise an objection to the testimony during direct examination or cross-examination. Use it wisely because improper use might cost you the jury's rapport. Proper use, on the other hand, can reward you greatly. Okay.
That's a big lie. I wasn't agitated. I remained calm until I saw the cocaine inside the bag.
I said it.
We'll get there.
Detective Roberts, where was the bag?
That's fine.
In the front passenger seat, but one of the officers claimed the defendant wanted to hide it.
Objection. Hearsay.
What hearsay? It's in the officer's written testimony.
Mr. Roberts, you can only speak for yourself. The objection is sustained. Please continue,
See?
Mr. Jackson.
See?
What was inside the bag?
Don't be talking about he wanted to hide it.
Cocaine.
That's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
Yeah, talk about something he wanted to hide it.
1 to number 5.
It was nowhere in
bag of cocaine, the pictures taken on the spot after arresting the defendant, and the complete list of other police officers' statements from the patrol which were witnesses of the arrest.
This is a long demo, though.
The list covers statements of 2 police officers who were at the time of arrest and 4 other detectives who claim they saw the defendants entering Robin Smith's house and then leaving with the presented evidence.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense object to any pieces of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, you know that he's trying to get him guilty because he's like, oh, well, the officer said he was trying to hide it. Oh, it's in the testimony. No, it wasn't. It wasn't nowhere in that testimony at all. Because I remember going over that painstakingly. So, during the full version of the game, you'll have the opportunity to question the presented evidence if you can prove it's worthless. So I can't do it now. So he's going to be guilty.
Does the defense wish to ask any questions to the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Whoops. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for playing the demo. The Lawyer, we're looking forward to your feedback. As you're reading this, we're working on improving the game. See you in the full episode. So that was it. That was the end of the game, The Lawyer. I like it. I think it's decent. I did screw up a few times on the objections. But yeah, that's interesting because I really like Ace Attorney. I don't have a DS anymore. I would love to get one again and play Ace Attorney. Or, I mean, Phoenix Wright is also on Steam, so one of these days, when it goes on sale, when it goes on enough of a sale, it's not so expensive, I can get it. And then we can play some more Ace Attorney. But with that being said, I have a few other games or demos or whatever that I want to show you. And if you enjoyed this, just let me know. Leave a like and subscribe. Just leave a like so that other people can see this video and know about this game, because I think it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people should play this. Anyways, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.